Hi, welcome to today's video, which is only going to be a short video. The reason for the video is because so many people are asking me what to do about this current market, the stock market in particular. There's a lot of concern now. People are jumping into silver. What is going on, Neil? What should we do? So a lot of people are really shocked and surprised about what's going on in the market right now. Personally, I'm not surprised at all because I've been warning about things like this for a long time now. So you remember a couple of weeks ago, I said, and I made the statement, the stock market is really like a line of guns and they've all got their triggers primed and ready to go. Any one of those could be the trigger to start off a sell-off or a collapse. Now, do I personally think the collapse has started? Because I'm seeing all these people saying the collapse has started. You're going to lose 50%, 60%. I personally think that they're just getting a little bit overexcited right now. I don't think we're going to go into the collapse just yet, although it is January, so this is the time if it's going to happen. There's a high risk. I personally don't think it's going to collapse just yet. But remember, I said a couple of weeks ago, anything could be the trigger. Even something as simple of the mass exodus of WhatsApp, which is owned by Facebook. Facebook, as you know, bit of a monopoly. They bought up hundreds of social media companies and then they closed them so they wouldn't have competition. So you've got Facebook, they own Instagram, WhatsApp. So you've got a monopoly there. Facebook is one of the FANG stocks. Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google. So they're pretty much the stock market right now. They're making up a huge part of the stock market. Anything that can come in and jeopardize those positions can cause a downward spiral, which is why I'm not making any forecast on what's going to cause the stock market crash, because it could be 1,000 different things. Could what's going on right now with all the squeezes, could that cause it? Possibly, but again, I think it's doubtful right now. In fact, my personal opinion, I'm quite happy with what's going on. I do not like Wall Street, as you all know. The banks are not your friends, ladies and gentlemen, my slogan there. I don't like them at all. I've never liked them because of what they do and how they just squeeze people and just steal everyone's money, especially in crises like this. They take advantage when there is a crisis, and that's why the middle class gets smaller and smaller and smaller all the time, while these hedge funds and everyone else are getting richer and richer and richer. But to come on to Robinhood, which everyone's really going after at the moment, what did I say a couple of months ago, or probably 3 months ago now? If you watch my long monthly Q&As, I said Robinhood, I do not like the company at all. Do not get involved with them, because I looked at Robinhood. Some of you asked me, can you give my opinion on them? I looked at them. The first thing I look at is, how does a company earn their money? Robinhood doesn't earn their money from you as a consumer. So if they don't earn their money from you, where do they get their money from? And I think you know the answer. So of course there's going to be biased. Why are people surprised at what Robinhood did? Of course they're going to do that. Why would they cut off their income stream? They wouldn't. Their income comes from you-know-who. So they're not going to do that. So doing all these restrictions now, 36 stocks, you can only own one of them. This is just something that was not hard to forecast. It was obvious they were going to do something like this. I really hope the SEC gets involved and fines them heavily. I mean, personally, I wouldn't care if they got closed down, because have you ever seen me say, get your 2 free stocks below on Rob? No, I don't say that because I don't like the company. There are some platforms that I do like, trading platforms, but Robinhood isn't one of them. And just for full disclosure, if you're new to my channel, by the way, I am out of the stock market. I've been out for a while now. I completely got out of the stock market. Most of my money is in silver and cryptocurrency. So again, thank you so much if you were one of the people that have driven silver price up recently, because I did very well. Let's just say that on Friday afternoon when I looked at my balance, I was doing pretty well with the silver. So I've benefited quite nicely from this. And this is why I've been saying to all of you, make sure you've got silver. Because just because the Reddit community are targeting it now, put that to the side. Silver is going to do well anyway. It's a commodity, All right, the confiscation risk is extremely low. It's a commodity. It's going to be used in, the new administration, Green Deal, the new Green Deal and all that. All this green energy, they need a lot of silver to build all of this, much more than they've been using previously. So that's why I've said to you all, get silver anyway. Not a financial recommendation there. Anything you do is your own decision. But next week, if you are interested in my private community, I know we've almost got 1,000 members now. If you want to know all of my recommendations for investments in 2021, I'm going to be making that video. I'm also going to be showing you my spreadsheet, all of my investments, all the crypto that I own. And actually, even though I'm fairly new to crypto, I've only been doing it for a few months now. Actually, I've done really well. So the last 5 cryptos that I bought, they're up about 35-40% already. The 20 before that, we're doing a bit of a test experiment in the community. I'm putting all my own capital at risk. Now they are up as well. So we're up, 10-15% right now on those. So I'd love for you guys to get involved in this and learn about crypto, learn about some other aspects of investing. But look, I'm out of the stock market, not because I think it's doomed for complete ultimate failure, but just because I think there's a lot of risk with the stock market right now. I know there's going to be a crash. I just can't tell you when. So for me, I would rather wait in safe assets like silver, etc., and just wait for the crash so that I can get back in. And then I'll get in with, some very simple things, junior mining stocks, maybe some biotech, things like that. I've got a whole portfolio that I'm just waiting to get in on later on. But I'm not going to get in right now. And the question I want to ask you to ask yourself is this. If you were not in the stock market right now, you weren't owning what you own, would you get in right now to the stock market? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. Would you get in right now and buy the stocks you have? If you haven't, you might want to take a long look at your position. The other problem I see is that, and this is an interesting pattern, whenever you see all these trading platforms advertising left, right, and center very heavily on YouTube and Google and all the other platforms, just non-stop advertising, and they're saying things like, and I saw this today, I thought it was an interesting one, are you interested in getting involved in trading? Well, there's never been a better time than right now. When they make statements like that, it's time to get out. So that's another thing. They're everywhere right now. And of course, what is happening with Biden and Janet Yellen and everyone else, well, Biden now wants a bigger stimulus. Janet Yellen is trying to say to him, yeah, come on, let's get more stimulus. Let's keep this economy pumping. Think about this for a second. Number one, should Janet Yellen be Secretary of the Treasury after she was head of the Federal Reserve, a private institution with shareholders? Let's think about that for a moment. No. What? That is insane. I can't even believe that she was given that position. That to me is like giving an alcoholic his own pub to run. Because we don't know, because the Fed can't be audited, we don't know if she has some vested interest in the Fed. We have no idea. She could be one of the shareholders. Who knows? And remember, when the Fed creates money or currency, they are not doing anything to create that. All they are doing is just typing numbers into a screen. They are not creating any value. They're just adding money to the monetary supply. And what does this do? It creates inflation. It depreciates the value of the savings you already have in your bank account. It's another reason I don't keep a lot of money in my bank accounts. I convert it to cryptocurrency or silver. But just remember this line. You cannot print your way to prosperity. It's been tried over and over and over again. It's never worked. Same with this UBI concept. Everyone's talking about UBI. Everyone's pushing it. Some of these more now socialist politicians that are in power, they are pushing this UBI very heavily. UBI is universal basic income. It's where everyone gets a small amount of money every month. Maybe it's $1,000, maybe it's $2,000, could even be $3,000 every single month in order to make the playing field fairer. There's also talks now about some of the higher income level earners, so let's say 60, 70,000 or more, for those people to pay more tax. And the higher that you earn, the more you get taxed. I saw one politician talking about a 90% tax rate the other day. And I thought, this is insane. No one's going to agree to this. You've got all these other politicians backing him. A 90% tax rate. This is insane. What is going on right now is insanity. These people do not understand economics. There's a reason the capitalist system has worked so well and other countries have adopted it. Now, is it perfect? No. Do I love capitalism? No. I think there's a lot of flaws with it as well, because it creates a K-shape in the economy. It allows the rich to get super wealthy and the poor to get super poor. So I don't think it's perfect. I think there's a lot more we can do to make it a more fair system. But this is the system we have right now. But to move into a system with universal basic income and some of the policies that are being talked about, this is going to be an absolute disaster for the United States. And in case you've missed any of my other lectures, money or value or GDP should, and I use the word should, be created by goods and services. So it's labor, it's you, it's I creating things that adds value. But when you create stimulus, that doesn't create any value at all. None, no value. So we're living on this economy of all this fake value creation. And I think some people are starting to realize this. Is it a coincidence that the California lockdowns and the economy just opened up after Trump had left office? Look, I'm not a political guy, but there's coincidences and then there's nonsense, right? It's obvious why a lot of states now are starting to open up, because they know the economy is going to absolutely crash. Unemployment's going to get worse unless they start opening up. But they didn't do this when Trump was president. They've waited now until Biden's president and they're starting to do it. Look, I don't care either way. It makes no difference to me, but I'm just going to say it as it is. That is a fact. So I hope this video helped today. Hope you enjoyed it. Please click the like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. And apart from that, I will see you very soon on the next video. God bless.